We're all good now. What's going on, everybody? Thought we'd hop on here before the game this morning. We couldn't quite get it in last night, but we will get it done this morning. Just kind of previewing Illinois. Obviously, some big news we'll talk about. It kind of just came out, and we'll give our thoughts on the game or whatever. But yeah, just come hang out. We got about an hour and a half till kickoff. But yeah, man, let's dive right into it. I mean, first thoughts. Do you want to start with the news or what? I mean, I think that's probably where we should start.
Yeah, we can start with the news, kind of what to expect from that, based on that.
Yes, I mean, how do you think this affects the game? Obviously, we'll kind of go over Edric Houston. If you guys didn't see, Edric Houston, defensive tackle, and slot cornerback Lorenzo Styles are out. I mean, how is this going to affect the game in your mind?
Well, I think Edric really affects because I think Illinois is a team that really wants to put on the ball, right? They have two good backs, and they've really used both those backs this year. We'll kind of get into that, but Edric's kind of been that guy up in the middle with along with Caden McDonald to an extent that kind of helps fill that run a little bit. So I think that's going to be felt there. I think you'll see guys like it'll be kind of a committee effort to help with Edric being out within like Will Smith, Tyler Malone, maybe even some um, Jason Moore even.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think you'll kind of see a committee there to help with Edric being out, and like I said, they're like Illinois wants to run the football. I know they've kind of thrown it around a little bit this year, which we'll get into, but I think they want to run their two backs. So we'll see how that works out. And then with Lorenzo, it'll be interesting. I think it'll probably be Devin Sanchez, I would think, but maybe you could see like Aaron Scott. I know Ryan Day said he wants to get Aaron Scott more involved. But yeah, Illinois is not a team that likes to get out and pass the ball around. I don't believe so, but I guess we'll see today. I think it'll be kind of a committee effort though for both those guys replacing those guys.
Yeah, and honestly, I think what they've been doing is every time Sanchez does come in, I mean, they've been moving him back and forth, but I would honestly expect Jermaine to start out in the slot where Lorenzo would be. They have been doing that. I think
Yeah,
they feel
sure.
more comfortable, and especially today with Illinois' leading receiver, Hank Beatty. He is their slot guy, and so if you want a true freshman on their leading receiver, I mean, that's a choice for sure. Like, if you're that confident in Sanchez, go ahead. Like that's up to them, obviously. But I would expect honestly to see Jermaine start in the slot and then Sanchez kick outside with Igbenogson. So yeah, I think that's probably. I would say that's more significant than the Edric injury. To be honest, I feel better about our interior guys. We've
Yeah.
seen Jarquez Carter step up. Yeah, you mentioned Jason Moore, Will Smith. Obviously, we've seen, and then obviously IK McDonald. So I think Lorenzo's a bigger loss, but either way, I think we'll be fine today. All right. So that kind of covers like what we thought about our injuries coming in. I also saw Bryson Rogers on the injury report. I don't think he played last week either, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, but either way, obviously got depth in the receiver room. Always do. So keeping an eye on that. But yeah, we'll kind of just keep chugging along here, guys. We're gonna give our thoughts and whatever about the game, and then you guys can just spam us with questions below, and we'll answer them. So. I mean, what are you looking for in this game? Obviously, Illinois, they had 63 dropped on them against Indiana on their defense. So they've been struggling defensively, but Luke Altmaier, he's a good quarterback. He takes care of the ball. We know that. And I mean, he can if he gets going, man. I mean, he can be a threat for sure. So I mean, what are your thoughts? Where do you want to start?
Yeah, start with Altmaier. He's just a game manager, right? Like he's not trying to do too much. I think he's just kind of taking what's there, which I don't know how much will be there for today against the Ohio State defense. But he doesn't really force the football. Like he's a smart guy. I think he's either fourth or fifth year senior by now. So he's just gonna take what's there. He's gonna be smart. Don't expect a lot of stupid throws. So yeah, you just gotta if there is one, you gotta take advantage. Like you're not gonna get very often with that veteran quarterback they can, but he's definitely capable. Like I said, I think they kind of want to start with the run though because they use both their backs like pretty much like it's a pretty 50-50 distribution between Khalil
Hmm.
Valentine and Caden Fegan. Like both those guys are gonna run a lot, so I think you're gonna kind of see that. That's kind of what their offense is. I mean, they're better rush offense than pass offense this year. I know that like you mentioned Hank Beatty in the slot, who has had a really good year, but outside of that, their receiving course there's just not much there. I mean, Colin Dixon and Hudson Clement, like we kind of know who those guys are, but and their tight ends are pretty non-existent in the passing game. Like besides Hank Beatty, that's kind of all their passing offense is. So if you can take him away, like you said, whether it's with moving Jermaine in there, maybe doubling him in the slot, something like that, then I think that that's going to be kind of key to the game and obviously shut down the run.
Yeah, I think key to the game here is shutting down the run. I mean, Illinois is going to try. I think they know their pass offense is pretty one dimensional. Illinois is going to try to get as much. But they're trying to win the time of possession of this game, honestly, and that's really their chance to do it here, and then strike. I mean, their crowd is probably going to be pretty good. I think they're doing like an orange out or whatever, but I think if they can get the crowd into it enough, and just kind of take away opportunities from Ohio State on offense as much as they can, I think that's kind of their goal. So I think we see that if they can get the run game going, but that's on Ohio State to stop the run. Um, but yeah, so their offense is pretty one dimensional. I would say not much threats outside of the run game for sure. Split backfield. But going to the defense, obviously I had mentioned it before. 63 right on their head by Illinois or Indiana. So I mean, what are you seeing with that? I know they got some injuries in the secondary as well. They had some guys in the back end that have been injured. I mean, how do you see that? How do you see that playing out with our weapons?
Yeah, I was going to say their passing defense has kind of been what's hurt them this year. Their defense hasn't been great, which is weird for an Illinois team because their defense is kind of the first thing
Hmm.
you think of, but it's kind of been a struggle for them this year. You saw the Indiana game kind of got exposed, like you said, injuries in the secondary. I think that their Ohio State's really going to be able to take advantage of that with Jeremiah and Carnell, even Claire, and this. Yeah, so I think that's like an area they can definitely exploit still back there. Like it's you look at the guys back there, man. It's just not a whole lot going on. I mean, Caleb Patterson, a transfer, Torrey Cox transfer, like it's not really nothing really that inspires us confidence for them. So yeah, I think you can take advantage there. Um, as for their run game, I feel like they're a little bit better stopping the run. They got some transfer guys in there that are kind of known. They kind of rotate their guys too a lot on the defensive line. So yeah, I think like you might be able to, you know, maybe pass open up the run in this game. I think you might see a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I've seen some guys talk about Ohio State's run game against this defense. I mean, Ohio State has yet to really dominate on the ground, like per se. Like they've had consistency, obviously more with Bo Jackson than anybody else. But I think their goal today it'd be a good goal to just kind of get the run game going on the ground. I think you would really get a grasp of this offense because obviously we've seen the passing game, we've seen the defense and everything. I think the only thing in question really about this team is maybe it's just run game and just being able to consistently run when they need to. So I think you see that. And also, additionally, I've seen a lot of people compare Illinois to kind of Washington as far as like defensive skill set against Ohio State's offense. I would say that's a good comparison. Probably, I would say Washington's probably a better team than Illinois, in my opinion. I think Washington's criminally underrated, especially last night. You saw they went, I think they had like
Yeah.
40 something against Rutgers. So, and that's why that line was closer. I think Ohio State was only 7 point favorites in that game, whatever it was. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be one of those games. I mean, I think we're 15 point favorites today, but I think it's gonna be one of those games where it might be uncomfortable for a quarter and a half.
Yeah, I mean Illinois, one of the worst, 118th in the country in passing defense.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
rush defense isn't a whole lot better at 70, 72. I mean it's better than their pass defense, but it's still not great. Like it's really struggled this year. Um, so yeah, man, it's going to be like I said, this offense should really get going this game.
yeah, man. I think it's gonna be So I saw someone ask for score predictions. I think it's gonna be like an upper 30s, low 40s game for the Buckeyes against this defense. But we can kind of roll into our predictions here. I'm gonna go 35-6. Just
Okay.
I don't think they get a touchdown. I think this defense is just so generationally good. Um, and so yeah, I'll take the Buckeyes in the upper 30s, maybe 38. I'll go 38-10. Let's get Jaden Fielding or not 38-10, 38-6. Let's get Jaden Fielding a field goal there.
It just feels so weird picking a team like in the single digits, but that's just how good this defense has been this year. That it's like almost like it's
Yeah,
surprise when a team scores a touchdown. They've been up 2 touchdowns all year, and both you can make the case for like great coverage, and really just
yeah,
it's just wild to think about. But anyways, I'll kind of get into my prediction. Like I said, I think we'll get in the 30s, like you said. I'm thinking about like say 34-10. I think Illinois will get one just because they're on the road. Maybe they start with one. We haven't really seen that this year though.
hmm
I'll go 34-10.
yeah. I can see that as well. I can see Illinois coming out, crowd hype up. Ohio State just kind of gets punched in the mouth real quick, and then they're kind of locking down the rest of the game. And we saw that last week with Minnesota. Minnesota went right down the field. Looks like they were going to score a touchdown. We ended up stopping in the red zone, but I would say the only issue with this defense I've seen so far is sometimes they do come out a little flat-footed. Like it takes them about like a drive or two to really kind of shake off the rust. But Yeah, I mean, I like those thoughts. I think it's gonna be one of those games for about a quarter and a half, but we'll kind of open it
Yeah.
up to questions. Oh, go ahead.
One more thing, yeah, you just got to think with how much this Illinois defense is struggling. Fox just gets a couple stops. I mean, this game is just going to be rapid from the
Hmm.
start. I don't want to like this is a really a game they should dominate, in my opinion.
Yeah,
This is a bad matchup for Illinois. Is really what it is.
yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's not a good matchup at all. I mean, anytime you play Ohio State, but really when you look at these matchups, this reminds me of the Michigan. I'm not saying Illinois is equal to 2021 Michigan State, but I think everyone saw that 2021 Michigan State game and everyone was like, hold on, I think they're like another like 120s for pass defense in the nation. And
Yeah,
you saw it was 49 to nothing at half. CJ Stroud had 6 passing touchdowns. So I'm not saying that's what it's going to be today, but you just kind of get these games. It's just a bad matchup,
bad matchup.
man. It's just going to be a bad day for them. So yeah, I like the thoughts on that, but we'll kind of open up to questions. We don't really have many people in here, which is surprising. We came in here with a lot of people, but they kind of dipped out. But if you guys are still in here, just give us some questions about the game, what you guys want to see. I know someone asked about score predictions, but we can kind of scroll back up, see if we missed any. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for some new ones to come in, um, got some people saying hi. What's up? Yep, and we talked about Edric being out. How that's going to affect the game and whatnot, but I just, I think we're good enough up in there. It's kind of crazy. I think I talked about this last week. How it was almost going to be like even with Edric in there and all our guys healthy, this room might have been a concern. Like the defensive tackle room, the interior of the defensive line. But now we talk about it, and it's almost a strength. Like it's almost a strength of the team. So,
Yeah.
to have that, it's surprising at this point in the season.
No, I was thinking it was weird to think like, oh, it seems like we're fine without one of our best D linemen, but this is how good this defensive line's been. Like, it's been two or three deep all year. They've rotated guys in and out, and every guy's played well in that. So I think the confidence that we just have in that room now has been a crazy 180 compared to where we were at the start of the year.
Yeah, exactly. The narrative has completely changed. All right, now we got some more people coming in. If you guys are just joining in, drop us some questions and comments. We'll get right to them. Irish trending. Illinois' ass. OSU by 3 scores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we predicted here, kind of pretty close to. We just talked about bad matchups, for Illinois. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, someone asked first quarter total points 11.5. What do you think about that?
Guess who gets the ball first? I'll say we get the ball first. I feel like we've been starting on defense almost every game.
Hmm.
Take the
Minnesota took
ball.
Minnesota took the ball last week. They won it
Yeah.
and took it. Yeah,
I think we're due to get the ball first. I'll go over.
yeah. I
Even
would.
if we don't, I feel like we could.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those first quarters. The only thing is, I don't like it if Illinois gets it first and then they just take like a drive for like 8, 9 minutes, like down into like the red
Yeah.
zone, and then they score a field goal, and then it's just like, okay, Ohio State can only get a touchdown after that, maybe. So it's like 7-3, and then you're under the 11. So that's a close one right there. I don't know if I'd bet that. I'd probably just avoid that one, to be honest. We got someone saying good morning. What's up? Yeah, we thought we'd just do the pregame show this morning instead. Um, Let us know if you guys like this. Maybe we'll just do it in the morning, or maybe we'll do it the night before. We'll let you guys kind of decide. But yeah, keep spamming your questions and comments below. We'll stay live as long as you guys are asking questions. So here, trying to think, is there anything else that we want to talk about while we're waiting for some questions to come in? Any other headlines?
I don't think so. There's some other good games today. I guess you wanna. I don't know if you wanna
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we
talk
can talk.
about any other
Might
game.
as well. I mean, honestly, I like Indiana at Oregon. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I think the spread is like 7 or whatever
Yeah.
it is. I think Indiana's a little underrated, honestly. Like I don't want I know they're number 7 in the country or whatever, but I think everyone's acting like Oregon's some world beater. I mean, they went to double OT with
Yeah.
Penn State. I mean, come on, like Penn State just went and let UCLA drop 40 on them. So
And I
like it's really not looking like that good of a win for Oregon at this point.
I think everyone still has the Indiana in their head from last year. Like I don't think that's the same team at all this year. I think it's a
No.
much better team this year, a much improved team that can actually go compete with some of these teams.
M-
I think you see that today.
Mendoza
Yeah.
is a very good quarterback. Yeah.
Yes. I mean he's probably top 2 quarterback in the country. I mean
Yeah.
not even question, probably maybe top 5 even. He's been that good. But yeah, I agree with you. 7.5 is ridiculous. I don't know if they'll win the game on the road. I think they definitely will cover that though.
Yeah. I don't see it happening at all. I'm not getting many questions. If you guys are still in here, just let us know if you want to talk about the game at all. Otherwise, we'll keep talking. I mean, what else do we got today? We got Alabama,
Alabama Zoo.
Mizzou. I've seen a lot of people really high on Mizzou. I don't really know where that comes from at all. I know they got a good running back, they got a good run game, and I think everyone's kind of looking at the matchup for Alabama as like their run defense has been lacking, and that's kind of Mizzou's strength on offense. I just don't see it. I think Alabama out talents them. I know Bo Prabila is their quarterback; he's pretty good, but I just don't see it, man.
Yeah, I think Alabama wins the game by 2 scores. I don't know. I get him as undefeated, but they look at the schedule. They don't really play anybody. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
think
hate
the
to be the
toughest
guy
team
that's
they,
like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not taking them serious until they beat somebody, but like, I don't. They that kind of show me that they can beat a team like that first.
I think that the toughest team they play is Kansas, probably. So, let's go. All right. Well, we're not really getting any more questions related to the game, but we kind of covered everything we needed to. So we will post this on YouTube for you guys, um, just to kind of give you guys a little preview if you want. If you just are coming in right now and you want to go back and look at it, the link is in our bio. But we will most likely be live after the game, win or lose. But you know, um, let's go. Let's go enjoy the game, man. Let's kind of get out fast. I hope we start fast because we never can. I feel like, and if you can, especially if we can get out on the road and start
Yeah.
fast, I think that's a really encouraging sign. So honestly, that's really just what I'm looking for. You got anything else before we leave?
No, just I don't know. This feels like a game they start fast. Like it feels like we're due for one of those. I think this could be the one.
Hmm. All right, let's do it. Sounds good. We'll see you guys after the game.